All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I heard sacrilege. Sacrilege happened. Somebody said they weren't good in the F-14, Iranian F-14. Gotta figure that out. We have to figure. I refuse. Good morning. I refuse for anybody to be bad in the F-14. Let me see. Let's just see what people are, first before we continue with that. See what people are talking about. Oh, they're already talking about removing it from the remove the airfield default in bad weather. This just goes to show you that somebody got promoted beyond their means. See what the results are. Oh, okay, so they're saying okay, so this is a ground realistic. It says aircraft, but it says ground too. This is a ground realistic problem. Helicopters versus anti-air. Hey, so me, not as a very professional player, would like to ask how to get down how to get down a helicopter. I mean, I have IRST, which have an AA missile with many type of guidance, but still can't down helis like KA-50 or some Chinese ones. Also understand they have infrared countermeasures, protects against IR guided, but the IRST missiles. Okay, so this guy, I think this guy's just bad at. There's no way this guy's complaining about the IRST. This guy's just a bad player. And he admits it, so that's cool. Why are maps so bad? In 1 minute of play, there are already 5 tanks exploding who respawn at the base. The respawn point is a completely open space where it is possible to shoot from halfway and hit anyone. Will this ever improve? Let's see. The maps have been dog water since basically the start, and Gaijin just refuses to replace the maps, and even the new maps are bad. Gaijin couldn't design a proper map, even if their life depended on it. Tragic, really. Okay. Gaijin have been systematically making maps smaller and worse for years now, so they clearly are not interested in making better maps. Small matches, faster matches, more matches, better stats. This is the Bible. This is straight from the gospel. Okay? This is when Jesus Christ had his disciples, one of them talked about this. Okay? Let's be real. This is the truth right here. This is absolutely the truth. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Here we go. This is the juice. This is the juice. War Thunder is following in the footsteps of Call of Duty. Sniping maps bad. CQC good. While forgetting that Call of Duty is dying and relying on being Fortnite. Next thing you know, we will have War Thunder Battle Royale. Oh, wait. That's just War Thunder Mobile. You know, there's a lot of stuff on War Thunder Mobile that I'm not familiar with. Is he Alpha and Omega? Oh man, that's actually very interesting. Thanks for the heads up. Gaijin's lazy. Gaijin has been systematically making maps larger for years now, Larger maps are more difficult to get right, which is one of the reasons players tend to prefer smaller legacy maps. The other reason players choose smaller maps is as they make tanks like Leopard more balanced against medium and long range tanks such as the T-80, Leopard, and Abrams. Well, just don't be bad, right? So wait a minute. Is this the same guy? Right here. Gaijin have systematically been making maps smaller. And then there's some other guy that says Gaijin has systematically been making maps larger. These two guys cancel each other out. What are the odds? Gaijin is making maps bigger. Literally, the last few maps have been downsized. Sinai got smaller. Flank routes got removed. Other maps are small and forced into 3-lane. This is okay. So this guy's talking about Dota. This guy's talking about MOBA. MOBA stands for. Actually, I forget what MOBA stands for. But anyways, he's talking about like League of Legends, MOBA, Heroes of New Earth, Heroes of the Storm. That's what he's talking about, where there's like 3 paths that you could go. And there's no other thing. There's no other way to go around it, right? That's interesting. Burke says he's right. Attica? Let me see real quick. I don't know. Let me see. Attica, where? Oh yeah, yeah, yep. So here's my rub. Here's my rub. Let's look at I don't know. This is gonna be kind of tough. How do I do this? If you look at like, gosh, man, I know, man. It'd have to be a completely different game mode, right? So something like this, but if we can we zoom in? No, we can't. So let's say you took this grid right here. Let's say you took this grid right here, right? And you put there's a city, a big city, right? A rather large city, and you got a spawn point here, a spawn point here. You got 3 spawn points, 6 spawn points, right? 3 on each. And then you put objectives like asymmetrical, right? Not symmetrical, asymmetricals, which means like they're not quite even, right? Well, they are even, but not really, right? Not in the way that we traditionally see maps. So the map's going to be huge, right? But you're going to have more options. And the reason why I say it's going to have to be a different game mode is because people who want to play in that size of a map are going to have to dedicate time to it, right? And then you've got like, you can have an airbase back here and an airbase back here. And what that's going to do is that's going to open up this entire field right here for air combat, right? I don't know. I think it's going to be interesting. Now the question is, does the game mode actually support this, right? Is it possible for the game engine to support this? I don't know. This guy says the 130 by 130 is 130 by 130 cam is the game limitation. Drogov? Is that what the engine is? Hold on, let me see real quick. I think it's Dragov, something like that. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up right now. It operates off of Dagor engine. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. I have a question. Burke, what's the biggest challenge with the F-14 for you? Hitting targets? Okay. A bit later than others? Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna give you the rundown real quick, and then I'm gonna start inviting you guys so we can start playing. When you fly, right? Well, first of all, you have to have, so go to options, go to air battle settings, and go down here, and then where is it? Right here. Make sure you have this off, or where it says yes. Yes, ignore warnings about bad weather spawn, okay? That's the first thing you should have, right? If you play the F-14, this is definitely something you should have enabled. Okay, you know? Okay, perfect, good. Check. You know, first box check. I'm gonna give you the rundown. The F-14, you're supposed to go heads up. So if I wonder if I could pull up a map real quick. Let's see. Okay. So the F-14, you're supposed to go heads up. That means you go directly down the center of the map, right? You're gonna fly up, and you want to get probably about like 6,000, 7,000 meters in the air. Okay, so heads up. You're gonna go straight down the middle of the map. Now you're not gonna stay there forever. Okay. You're going to be in, I think you're going to be in HDN. I think it's HDN. Let me see real quick. You're going to be in, hold on. I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to tell you. Torres is going to use the F-14. Okay, hold on. We're all going to use the F-14. TWS HDN, that's what it is. You're going to be in, okay. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to set, actually, hold on. Let me move me. Here. Okay. Up here. First thing you're gonna do, TWS HDN. The second thing you're gonna do, you're gonna minimize, okay? You're gonna go 40 by 6. You're gonna set it to 97 or 93, sorry. So 93, 40 by 6, okay? You know that? You got that too? Are we good there? Okay, let me know if you're on the same page as me. Okay, do you know how to do that? Do you know how to set? I was making it. Yeah, so 93, or wait, hold on. Move this. Okay, 93, 40 by 6. Okay, cool. Yeah, you know? Okay, perfect. So once you got those set, here is the kicker. And I don't know, not very many people know this, but here we go. You ready? This is the next thing. This right here. Do you have this keybound? This right here. Not Radar IRC. Reset bore sight. Do you have reset bore sight keybound? You don't know? Please check. I'll wait. Please check. Called reset radar IRC directs you to bore sight. I'll tell you here in a second. Just verify if you have a keybound, please. This is the secret sauce. No one's going to tell you this. You're not going to find a single content creator. They'll tell you about the bore sight reset, but they won't tell you about the F-14 bore sight reset. I have to put my hair up. Hold on. Okay, here we go. This is the secret sauce. So what's going to happen? You're gonna do weapon select to the core 90s. You can see my eyes. Look at my eyes where they're going. You can core 90 lock, right? See if I can get any lock up on these guys. Probably not, because they're not facing me. Yeah, they're not. I'm not gonna get a lock on these guys. They're not facing me. I felt like you could go. I felt like you can go smaller for some reason. Maybe I'm on the wrong one. Let me see. No, that's the right one. Okay. So we got a lock, fire, reset. We're waiting for the second lock. Yeah, I don't want that lock. Anybody else? Do you see the radar? See how the radar is moving like this? You don't want that. You want it to reset back to balance so you can actually target other people. Okay, I'm just gonna do one match with it. I can't do it. It's really difficult to do it in the test environment. I'm gonna do one match with it. I just want to show you what I'm talking about. Pay attention to, okay, so when the radar is like this and you try to lock somebody, the radar is going to turn in that direction. If you fire off one Fakor 90 missile at him, you're gonna need to hit that bore reset to reset the radar to center so you could target somebody else. If you do not do that, the radar will continue to lock that singular target and you will not be able to maneuver your radar. That's what you'd use the bore reset, okay? Now, I'm gonna go into one match real quick and then I'll start inviting you guys, but I just wanna show you the way it works. You're gonna see it it's very tough to mimic it in the test environment. Do I have to lock like that first, or can it just be first kind of lock? You could do both. The difference between them is that if you don't hard lock, there's a tendency for your radar will start locking. Your radar will soft lock phantom targets. So the square will be here, but the actual target will be here. So the square will be here, but the target will actually be here. But if you hard lock, it does a hard lock on the actual target to follow it. But so the missile is using IOG, inertial guidance, to track with a soft lock. If you hard lock it, it's using the active radar homing. So again, we're gonna go right down the middle, okay? Right down the middle. If you look at the radar, we're switching to TWS HDN. We're going 40 by 60, 93 kilometers, okay? 93 kilometers, 40 by 60. We already have somebody locked up. This is a soft lock, okay? This is a soft lock, okay? So we've identified right here. You can see the soft lock right here. We can see it right here. Look at all those beautiful targets for us, right? The SRC PVD HDN will not give you the visual indicator. You'll have to pay attention to it on the map. Now we want to get to altitude with this thing. We want to get to altitude above. You want to get into contrail altitude above 55. So we're gonna just climb. And we can see that they're going off a little bit to the right here. Now 6,000 is a pretty good altitude, okay? We already got 62. I'm gonna fire the first one at this one. At this altitude, think of it, for every 1,000 meters you're in the sky, it's every 10 kilometers at distance. So I could have shot now, but I really want to shoot at 50. Oh, whoops, I don't even have the right missile locked up. So I'm gonna shoot at 50. I'm gonna disable lock. I see another lock down here. I'm gonna fire another lock. I'm gonna disable lock. I'm gonna look for F2. I'm resetting bore. This is a different target. Okay, I'm gonna dislock. I'm gonna F2. See how it switches when I reset the bore. Now I've got four Fakor 90 missiles set up on 4 different targets. I'm gonna turn off my radar and I'm gonna play defense into a reset. Defense into a reset, and those Fakor 90 missiles are flying. Now I'm expecting at least 1 kill, but let's see what happens. So we're gonna go reset, and we're gonna come back around, and we're gonna lock up with the R27 R1s. And the way we're gonna do that. Cows Gaming, welcome back. Boom! There's our first kill. Okay, there's our first kill. Now we're reset. And look at that. You're in the safety net, right? You're in the safety net of your team. Now you just reset. Yes, you can use that target. Okay. Actually, I can't pause it. Hold on. I'm gonna explain something real quick. Okay. You ask a very good question, and I want to make sure I explain it because I don't want to give you bad information. Just give me a second. Let me finish this match out, and then so pretty much I got 1 kill. Out of all that, I got 1 kill. Okay, look, I reset. Do you see? Okay, do you see the little green thing going like this? You see the little green thing going like this? You see that? Right in the middle of the plane. Okay. If you go down, right, you'll see that green thing. Look at the green thing. Right? If you need to reset that. So if I look at a target, like let's say I want to look at this target, right? Look at where the green thing is. The green thing is, let me see. The green thing is right here because it's looking at targets below you. But if I want to look at this guy, I got to reset my board. Now look, the green thing is up here. You see it? See how it was down here and now it's up here? That's another way to do. And look, now I can lock on to somebody, although I don't really want to. I don't know how that R27 didn't hit that guy. I don't know. I don't know if I can catch up to him or not. But the game's over. Okay, so that's the best way. You're not going to get it on the first try. You're not going to get it on the first try. It's not going to happen. Okay, you're going to have to. It took me a long time to practice to get that good at the F14. Okay, so you ask about switching targets. Yes, you can use that to switch targets. You have to kind of. So the green thing that's going across, I don't even know what it's called, but the green thing that's going across, it will favor one side or the other, right? It'll favor one side or the other. So if you lock somebody up on the right side, you're gonna have to, and you want to lock somebody else up, it's on the right side, right? You'll unlock him, position your plane to where you think the other person is. Again, this is the angle of your bore sight, right? Your plane is facing this way. Your plane is facing this way, but for some reason the radar, that's just the behavior of the radar in the game, right? So you're facing this way. The radar is favoring the right side of your plane. You unlock the target that you already fired at. You want to fire. You want to pick somebody else. You position your plane differently, and then lock it up. So it's gonna take practice, dude. It's not gonna happen overnight. So it's just the behavior of the radar. You got to feel for it. It's kind of one of those things where street smarts beats book smarts. Book smarts is great, but street smarts in this particular case, when it comes to the F14, beats out book smarts. Now, the other thing you have to know is, so if you go here, check this out. So you talked about how do I play the SU-24? Like, can I dogfight with it? Yes and no. I'll talk to you about that in a little bit, but I want to finish answering your question. Chaos Gaming says Sniper Boy. If you go here and you go, where is it? This is something like next level. I would not recommend. Dutch, what's up? Welcome to the channel. Hopefully you're having a great day. I would not recommend doing what I'm about to tell you, but I'm going to show it to you anyways. Where is it? I think it's this one. Okay. With this, if you disable this, the plane will not auto lock. You will be able to actually select in the radar what you want to lock and who you want to lock. This is an extremely advanced feature. I would not recommend using this in realistic, but you could manually select on your radar who you want to target. I do not recommend doing this in realistic, in arcade. Things happen too fast for you to do that. You need to do this. Sim battles is where this comes into play. Sim battles is where that works. So Burke from Twitch says, how do I play the SU-24? So let's go. Let's look at the SU-24. Okay. I don't know. I think I have it here. I don't know where I have it. Up here. This plane, there are three ways that you could play. Most of the time, you're going to be zoom and booming. Okay? Zoom and booming and third partying. That's where this plane comes in because it's extremely fast. If you use the swept wing, it's really fast to come in and just dominate and then leave. If you get into a situation where you have to make a maneuver, you've only got one maneuver. Most Russian planes get one maneuver and then they're beat. If you aren't able to do what you want to do in that one maneuver, you better reset because you've lost the fight. In most Russian planes, you get one maneuver and that's it. Okay, you get one shot to make your move and that's it because of how heavy Russian planes typically are and how unforgiving Russian planes are if you don't manage your speed, your energy effectively. So I would say never dogfight with the SU-24. Most of your player kills are going to come from zoom and booming and third party. You're going to be third partying a lot of people. Hopefully that answers your question. All right. To you? I don't know what your thing is.